Listen, Melo clearly is doing yoga. The Charlotte Hornets have definitely implemented some key things that's going to get him on the court. I'm telling you right now, I believe that the Charlotte Hornets are well on their way to positioning themselves in this loaded Eastern Conference next season. I believe the pieces they put in place and the things that they're going to add, it should give them a fighter's chance to get to the postseason. I hope. But this yoga situation that I see Melo doing is definitely good. Is different. And that's what it's going to take. These nagging ankle injuries. I'm telling you, you are gonna slowly but surely see the timelines of LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one, and Steph Curry. I'm telling you, a lot of people tried to make those parallels, but I'm here to make them for you, ladies and gentlemen. LaMelo Ball, man. Listen, we all know when healthy what kind of player we talking about. When we talking about the future of the NBA, I was just listening to some people who fancy themselves around as people who talk basketball. They say who's the future, and who they name about 10 to 15 players before we get to LaMelo. They're better yet, they're not even getting to LaMelo obviously this season. You might couple that to maybe the injuries, but I think it's a total disgrace, for you to highlight the Halliburtons, for you to highlight the Edwards of the world, and more power and credit to those gentlemen. But LaMelo Ball is in a whole nother class, a whole nother stratosphere. We are talking something different. And I'm not just saying this just to say this, ladies and gentlemen. All the stars have to align. And that's what's taking place right now with the Charlotte Hornets. We didn't see this under Michael Jordan. We didn't. We just got to point it how we just have to see it, because it was just a complete nasty disgrace, in my humble opinion. Michael Jordan could not get the job done. That was totally, completely unfortunate, for them. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. LaMelo got to just get that ankle situated, and I think that everything is going to work itself out. Um, to be honest with you, this season was a complete wash. I believe that it was no need for Melo to come back. Whether reports say this, reports say that, I'm on the record of telling the people that I believe that this is damage control, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that this yoga is damage control. I don't believe that the situation, in my humble opinion, was dire. I believe that if the Hornets was in playoff mode, playoff position, you telling me Melo couldn't get out there? I beg to differ. The Charlotte Hornets was on treadmill, going nowhere fast. They had what are we doing? And now you have the new GM. Shout out to Jeff Peterson. He knows what it takes to have a player like Lamelo. We don't know who his coach is going to be next season, and I like what they're doing. They are making sure that they are doing everything possible, to make sure that he is on the floor, because that is the problem right now for LaMelo Ball, man. It just is what it is. It's not the on court play, you know. It is, you know, just like I said, getting on the floor. And now I want to let you know, like I said, make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button if you're rocking with LaMelo, the Hornets, MB1. You already know it's Flight Sports. I want to tell you the benefits, of yoga, as I'm really getting into the what's truly happening out here. If you are into yoga, make sure you get in the comment section and let's politic. But obviously, the number one benefit for yoga is injury prevention. And I'm telling you, for athletes, you understand, it's so many things that come into play. In my humble opinion, it just is what it is. Also, outside of injury prevention, you get maximum flexibility. Also good balance. and also aid in muscle recovery. These are all of the things that I am looking at, as I'm really getting into the thick of things with this whole yoga situation for LaMelo Ball. And I'm seeing definitely some major positives under new GM. I mean, I dare I say he the president, because he's obviously taken over. This is going to be, I think, very successful. I think that Mitch Kupchak, I know that he made these moves. I don't know if ownership made a play in this, but I do see a much more aggressive organization, than before. I think the last regime, they was real just chilling, too much of it. And you had guys like Kemba who entered his prime as a Charlotte Hornet, who knows if LaMelo is going to be on the Charlotte Hornets when he enters his prime, but they had Kemba in his prime, and he was able to drag the Hornets to the playoffs. It was times where Kemba had an unbelievable season, and they still couldn't even get to the playoffs. But I'm not going to continue with Kemba. I'm just very happy what I'm seeing. He's going to be able to also decrease his stress levels. We all know with the travel, all that range of motion. These are other things. Obviously, coordination, increased power. These are all of the things that you are going to be looking for a guy who has had as many setbacks with his ankle, and that has been the reason why he can't get on the floor. And I like that Melo is embracing all of this. Obviously, it was an ankle brace situation where Melo said that he didn't say that he just said he didn't know about it. I'm pretty sure that he got information on it. Also, he said that with the ankle braces, he wanted something that was custom made just for him. So we're gonna see what that's all looking like. But nonetheless, man, is this is something real special, for Melo. Melo's gonna come back and lead this team. He's one of the best point guards in the NBA. And I think this is, I ain't gonna say a last gasp, but if you are Melo, you got to be pleased that they're doing things like this, because you didn't see this kind of stuff before. And like I said, I love what this. The Hornets posted it. You know, he- Lamelo Ball is going to do what it takes. I believe that Melo could have made this season, but the Hornets were so, like I said, sorry. I want to shout out guys like Brandon Miller. Obviously they've been balling. I want to shout out all of the new guys that they traded for. I think they're going to work wonders when Melo gets back. But nonetheless, we're gonna break it down. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. LaMelo Ball is doing yoga. This is breaking news.